I can feel the chill running down my spine as I recall that fateful night, the night I had the most unforgettable encounter of my life. It was a stormy evening with thunder rumbling in the distance and rain pouring relentlessly. I found myself stranded in a remote town, searching for shelter to escape the wrath of the storm. That's when I stumbled upon the old dilapidated mansion on the outskirts of town. Cautiously, I approached the rusty iron gate, its hinges creaking ominously as I pushed it open. The mansion stood tall, shrouded in darkness, its windows broken and covered in thick layers of dust. It seemed abandoned for years, forgotten by time itself. Against my better judgment, I stepped forward, drawn to the mysterious allure of the decaying structure. As I entered the mansion, a damp and musty smell filled the air. The wooden floors creaked beneath my feet, echoing through the empty hallways. The sound sent shivers down my spine, but curiosity propelled me forward. The flickering candle in my hand struggled to cast light on the vast emptiness surrounding me. Suddenly, a door slammed shut behind me, jolting me out of my thoughts. Panic set in as I realized I was trapped. The mansion seemed to have a mind of its own, trapping me within its sinister grasp. I frantically searched for an escape, but the hallways twisted and turned in a maze-like fashion, disorienting my every step. In the distance, I heard a soft whisper, barely audible through the howling wind. Fearful yet intrigued, I followed the whisper, my heart pounding heavily. The voice seemed to be leading me deeper into the darkness, beckoning me towards an unknown fate. I couldn't resist its pull. With each step, the whispers grew louder, their sinister tone sending shivers down my spine. The walls seemed to pulsate with an unseen energy, as if the mansion itself was alive. Shadows danced around me, their elongated forms mocking my every move. It felt as if I was being watched, scrutinized by an unseen presence. Finally, I reached a room bathed in an eerie glow. The door creaked open, revealing a sight that froze me in my tracks. Before me stood a figure cloaked in darkness, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. It spoke, its voice a haunting melody that sent chills down my spine. "Welcome, wanderer," the figure whispered, its voice echoing through the room. "You have stumbled upon what is rightfully due." I tried to speak, but my voice caught in my throat. The figure continued, its words laced with a mix of malice and longing. It revealed secrets of the mansion, tales of lost souls, and the torment they endured. It explained that it was bound to the mansion, forever seeking redemption for its sins. As the figure spoke, the room grew colder, the air thick with despair. It extended a skeletal hand towards me, filled with ancient artifacts. It claimed that these objects contained the power to break its curse, but only if I was brave enough to collect them and release the trapped souls within. With trepidation, I accepted the challenge, knowing that my own fate was intertwined with the mansion and its restless inhabitants. The figure smiled, a twisted expression that sent shivers down my spine, and vanished into thin air. As I gathered the artifacts, the mansion seemed to come alive, groaning and shifting around me. Whispers filled the air, guiding me through hidden passageways and secret rooms. Each artifact collected brought me closer to the truth, but also deeper into the clutches of the mansion's grip. My journey continues as I navigate the treacherous corridors, facing the horrors that lie within. With every step, I can't help but wonder if I will ever escape this nightmarish ordeal, or if I am destined to become just another lost soul trapped within the mansion's walls. Only time will tell if I can break the curse and find my way back to the world of the living. But until then, I must press on, collecting what's rightfully due, and hoping that one day I will find my way out of this unforgettable encounter. The weight of the mansion's secrets hung heavy on my shoulders as I delved deeper into its haunted depths. The air grew thicker with each passing moment, making it hard to breathe, as if the very atmosphere conspired against me. Every step I took was accompanied by the eerie echoes of my own footfalls, as if the mansion itself whispered my name, urging me to turn back. But I couldn't turn back. I had come too far, become too entangled in this web of darkness and despair. The artifacts I collected were a testament to the suffering endured within these walls, each one bearing the scars of forgotten souls. They were my only hope, my only chance at redemption, not just for the figure that had vanished before my eyes, but for myself as well. As I ventured further, the suspense grew, each room holding its own secrets, its own horrors waiting to be unleashed. The walls seemed to close in around me, as if the mansion itself was alive, a malevolent force intent on keeping its secrets buried forever. I could feel the weight of its gaze upon me, eyes that watched my every move, judging my every decision. There were times when I thought I saw glimpses of the trapped souls, their pale faces peeking through the cracks in the walls, their tormented whispers filling my ears. They urged me to hurry, to collect what was rightfully due, but their voices were tinged with desperation, a plea for release from their eternal torment. The suspense reached its peak as I finally entered the heart of the mansion, a room shrouded in darkness, its very presence suffocating. The artifacts trembled in my hands, their power pulsating as if they were aware of the task ahead. A chill ran down my spine as I stepped forward, the weight of the room pressing against me, threatening to crush my spirit. Suddenly, the darkness receded, revealing a figure standing before me. It was the same figure that had spoken to me earlier, but now its form was ethereal, its presence overwhelming. Its haunting voice filled the room, swirling around me like a malevolent storm. "You have done well, Wanderer," it whispered, its voice carrying a mixture of gratitude and anticipation. "Now release us from this eternal prison." With trembling hands, I placed the artifacts on an ancient pedestal, their power intertwining to form a blinding light. The room shook violently as the mansion fought against its impending release, a last-ditch effort to keep its secrets hidden. But I stood firm, my resolve unyielding, as I watched the light grow brighter, consuming everything in its path. In that moment, time seemed to stand still. The suspense was palpable, the air heavy with anticipation. And then, with a deafening roar, the mansion collapsed in on itself, crumbling into dust as if it had never existed. The trapped souls were finally free, their haunting cries fading into the night. As the dust settled, I found myself standing outside the ruins of the mansion, a sense of peace washing over me. The weight that had burdened my soul for so long was lifted, replaced by a newfound sense of purpose. The unforgettable encounter had changed me, transformed me into someone stronger, someone who had faced their darkest fears and emerged victorious. I turned away from the ruins, ready to embrace the world once again, knowing that I would never forget the horrors I had faced. The mansion may have been reduced to rubble, but its memory would forever be etched in my mind, a reminder of the power of redemption and the strength of the human spirit. And as I walked away, I couldn't help but wonder what other unforgettable encounters awaited me on the path ahead.